No, no, this is just watching. It's just watching. That's just, what do you expect? I'm old school, so I'm used to it. Yeah, actually, the controller setup does have the option to change to the modern day controller setup. No, because I have it set on classic, but there is the other one. Yeah, because if you watch my stream, I can show you what option changes it to the modern day controllers. Because I sent you an invite to the stream line. See, I got it set on original. Hey, Mr. J, did you take my invite to the watch? I don't know why, because it's running right now. No, I sent it. Yeah, because that was a total different theme and stuff. See how it's on original? It says controller type original. This is what all the modern controllers are set up on. This one is modern day controllers. It makes it so your control stick does more of what you modern day gamers like. Well, it's also because you haven't played it in a while. Yeah, I mean, it even tells you some of the stuff you can do at the bottom. Like the turnaround, aim up, aim down, attack, and stuff. don't know why, because it's not like I have. It's not like I have you guys coming through the speakers. I don't know why I would have an echo. Because see, look at. Okay, look at the look at the controller display when I go from original to the other one. Look at how the controller changes, what the buttons do. See, the one that's on now is they made that option for the remake Resident Evils for people like you. Yes. It's like making your controller analog, like when you play Dead or Alive, when you turn Dead or Alive 2 hardcore, when you turn on the analog option, all of a sudden your character had more freedom to move around and stuff. And the extended moves were so much easier to do. Yeah, well, that's the point of the alternate setting. Yeah, it's just that when you are like me and play a lot of games that are still in the old school factor, because I play a lot of old school games, so it makes me still able to maintain the ability to still use them. I don't like those modern day controller options, because a lot of them are so stiff. Well, each person is different. Some people may find the modern ones more stiffer and the older ones more looser, and vice versa. It depends. Yeah, I mean, each person's different. I have no idea. I don't hear an echo from you. Yeah, that is a little on the weird side. Yeah. I mean, it's got different audio sounds, like there's TV, there's midnight, and there's home theater, and then there's subwoofers, whatever the heck a subwoofer is. Yeah. Yeah, it supports that option. Supports an amplifier, apparently. Oh, like... I don't even know what midnight would be. In home theater... So. island to pick it up. Yeesh. Hey, Mr. J, you want to see what a monkey looks like without fur? You're about to. They're called hunters. It looks like the hunted become. Looks like the hunters became hunted. Hey, you gotta admit, for a Resident Evil game remake, it's got some nice graphics. Actually, Resident Evil 0 never had any other version except a remake. They never released the other. You know, technically, they had a hard time getting a hold of 0 for the other consoles. You want to know why? No. Because Resident Evil 0 was supposed to be a Nintendo exclusive only, and no one else was supposed to have the rights to it. It was specifically made for Nintendo. Because they were good. Because they were... Yeah, because the fact is, they were gonna make a 64 version of it. But that never happened. Yeah, seriously, they were going to make it for the 64. If you research Resident Evil 0 64, you'll find it. No, actually, I saw they actually have that you can actually get out of the costume set for Rebecca. If you look in the store, the other outfit that's like the one she has on is her 64 outfit. Because technically they didn't make the 64 one in America, but well, actually 64 you would actually be using the controller like the stick. Yep. What? I don't know. I don't. I don't know why, because I hear. I don't know why that's. I don't know why that's happening, because I'm hearing you two perfectly normally. It must be you. You must have the. You're probably having that thing where you gotta unplug your headset and plug it back in again. Probably got some kind of headset glitch. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Okay, that one's yours, Billy. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, that one's yours too, Billy. Okay. Hey, Silent Hero. Hey, you know what's one of the games that I want to play on my cell phone? Bubble Witch. Ow! Ouch! Stop it. Oh, I watched the Fate. I've watched the Fate animes too. That one's yours, Billy. And nice work on killing the hunters. Thank you, Mademoiselle. Take the lead. I will take point. Whoa! Man, I remember when these guys used to scare the living hell out of me when me and my friend Steve played the first Resident Evil. We always jumped out of this game like, Ugh! Every time we play, every time we played this game, I mean the original one, my other one, when it was on PlayStation 1, oh man, we kept jumping every time those guys came out. Every time one jumped out in front of us, it was like, what did it do? Give you the heebie-jeebies? Oh yeah, the stupid bear that like, well, go away, leave me alone. You know how many times I kept having to run from that stupid bear? Oh man. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't want to be dinosaur food. It's like, what the hell is that thing? What the hell is a dinosaur doing in a Tomb Raider game? Yeah, well, if you have, yeah, when you have access to a PlayStation 3, you can actually play all 3 games. PlayStation 3 has them in the store. What, you have a PlayStation 3? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they even have... Yeah, because on my PS3, one of the things I bought was Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, and that was about as far as I went, because 3, the controller setup was completely different from the other 2, and it just made it feel too awkward. I like 3, I just don't like the controller setup. Well, if you can use one's controller setup, you can play 2. Because they had... Yeah, Mr. Ooh, let me lock you in the freezer, you farting bastard. Yeah, and he kept going... The guy kept fucking farting. Gee, seriously. I enjoyed the fun of locking him in the freezer just to get him to leave me alone. Yeah, well, it was the only way to get him away from me. One, I was sick and tired of having an old dude follow me around, and 2, he farts too much. It's like every few minutes he'd fart. He always goes, do, do, do. Nah, because Laura keeps him in the freezer. Yeah, people used to tell me there was a trick for the PlayStation 1 where, ooh, like a mod, you can actually have Laura run around your own house. I mean, before I knew about mods, I was looking it up, and people said, there was something they said, something to do with the pool. When you get Laura out of the pool at the right moment, all of a sudden you could have her wander around naked. Yep. Never worked. I don't know, they said something kind of trick to it and stuff. The only things I ever liked is like when I... Yeah, one thing's for sure, that when the three of us get together, we make an interesting pair when it comes to a conversation. Well, that's always a good thing. No, this is the stupid thing. Nick? Yeah, yeah, cause Mr. J, one of the things I was gonna try and work with you on is seeing if we can get Shiro back on my list, because he is on your friend list. Yeah. I'm just trying to find out why he disappeared from my list in the first place. Because me and him always got along real well. We got along real well. That's what I want. That's why when you're online and stuff and get him into a party, maybe me and him could try and figure out why the heck he left my list. Well, I because I sent him a friend request and stuff. I don't know if he even knows he's off my list. Because now with him on my list, I can't get him there unless somebody gets him into a party first, so we can try and resolve this whole thing about getting him back on my list. I also lost Shauna too. Shauna's I have no idea. It's like some weird glitch or anomaly or something. It's just that once he realizes he's off my list, and like once you get him in a party and I talk to him and he doesn't realize he's actually off my list and was wondering why I haven't talked to him in a while and stuff, it would and stuff. It could be an internet issue and stuff, because there was a guy the other day that I still have as a friend request that yeah, even Chris knows about this, because I think Chris is also on your friend list too. The guy that has the Gundam for an avatar. Me and him were noticing, like, this one guy wanted to be friends with me and everything, but he couldn't even get into the battle with us when we tried to invite him to the Vegeta battle on the Extreme Malice with the blue Vegeta. He kept getting kicked out of that. We couldn't figure out why he kept getting kicked out, and even when he tried to make friends with me, he kept getting kicked out. My thing is set for friends, close friends, and anyone. I do not have it, so no one can get to become my friend. I don't have anything set up anyway where people should have a problem. Because I made it open-minded for anybody that actually finds anything about what I have interesting in the game, any common ground. I mean, even if they can't, even if it doesn't have an online option and stuff, and it supports a certain option, I can do the thing like what I tried to do with you with this game. I have the share play option with some of my games. They can share play with me. That's what I did with Shiro and stuff. And now all of a sudden he has Dead or Alive last round because he was impressed by my game. Because he tried it out. Once he got used to it and stuff, like a lot of things like what you was with Resident Evil, he just had to just get used to the controllers and mechanics. Plus he likes my button setup because it makes everything more convenient on using. Like when it comes to things that have punch and kick involved in certain combos and stuff, and anything else where punch and kick have to be worked together, or punch and guard and stuff. It works because punch and guard are also a throw move. They allow you to do throws and stuff. And guard itself does throws too, when you do as a counter. When you use the guard button and stuff, which back in the olden days was called hold, in Dead or Alive, is you hit the pattern on the controller just right. When you do it and you hold the guard button down and then hit the control pad, you'll notice your characters start to do a thing like hip, hip, hip. That means you're doing something right. You just got to figure out how to do that hip at the right moment, so that when they kick you or punch you, you can actually grab it and counter it. That way you don't have to take any damage. It's something that I wish Dragon Ball actually had. A move that you can actually do where you can grab somebody at the... Well, well, actually, that was the one thing my friend said, that actually I think that I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, I've seen them as like fighting games, but I would love to see Dragon Ball use a fighting game thing that's more similar to a graphic style of like the new Marvel Infinite World, the way the graphics are done on it. I'd love to see Dragon Ball and graphics like that and stuff. That would be kind of sweet, where it's not real and yet it's not animated either. It's somewhere in between, creating a whole new kind of style and stuff. So it seems like they're in the real world, but yet they're not. It's almost like an improvement of Xenoverse 2's graphics, so to speak. Ooh, lovely, more rain. First it was raining all day, thunderstorm. All of a sudden it gets nice and sunny, and then now all of a sudden it starts raining. And it's coming down really hard. Actually, things like Caseville is supposed to be in temperatures like what Silent Hills is supposed to get up in those eventually. You know what's one of the phone games I'd like to get is that Marvel game. I think so, the one where you get certain star level heroes and stuff. Well, actually, the one that my friend, well, which used to be my neighbor, played, has played the one that does the ability to play with other thing with everybody else, because they also had a thing where you touch the screen and you can make it spin. Something to get some kind of special moves or something by spinning it. And you got to get the luck of the spin. Because they had things like one of them got the Incredible Hulk and all that stuff after so long of waiting for it. Yeah, because when I was asking about it, he said, yeah, it sort of does play sort of like an Arc the Lad. Because you do got some of a bit of a tactic to it. Yeah, I think they were playing the Ultimate Alliance one. Or something like that. Yeah, I actually seen Deathpool's movie. It was pretty funny. I mean, the movie was totally hysterical. Splitting that one guy, splitting a couple of guys in a row and stuff. Yeah, yeah, and he did that thing where the car was flipping over and his head was hanging inside the car. He's like, "Hello, fellas." Yeah, when the car... Yeah, it's like, oh man, jeez, I lost my arm. I gotta wait for the freaking thing to grow back. Pretty much. Yeah, like, that movie was so hysterical. I'm looking forward to when they finally make the second one. Hey, rude much? Yeah, I know. When I watched... Ooh, I can hear you. Ow! Hey, ow! Rude much? That's the way to treat a girl. You dumb bastard. But you left at the door. Now you're gonna make me waste more bullets trying to kill that one guy. You dummy. Doesn't friggin' door. Oh, what a woman! Well, it was further down for him to say that. Well, he fell over like he got too good of an orgasm. Actually, yeah. Well, yeah, well, people said that I look younger too. I'm like, I'm not complaining. I actually appreciate the compliment. I'd rather be said I look younger than saying I look older. The whole thing when we were talking about Deathpool, that's actually my oldest nephew's favorite character because he has a Deathpool t-shirt. Who's the character? Who's the character you're talking about? Oh, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Hey, hey, look at I'm moonwalking. I'm walking upstairs backwards. Well, it's probably because there's a lag delay between you and me. Because for some reason the internet just can't have the same pace on both ends, where they see it as I cause it to happen. Yeah. Well, actually, with the right internet speed, you actually can get that, where you can see it at the same pace as the person broadcasting it. No, it's called business. Yeah, maybe fire that one over there. Okay. Okay, anybody got some bug spray? No, eventually yes, but never know. So did you see my little bug incident, Mr. J? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, more! Oh, the side. Oh, wow. Spider's about the size of your hand. That's Tiny Town. It sounds like you ran into one of those spiders. Actually, that was a movie. Oh. Oh, here's some arachnophobia for you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You mean like in the movies? Yeah, then you wouldn't want to play Resident Evil 1 remake. The snake boss didn't probably give you. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the HD remake of this Resident Evil will probably get you heebie-jeebies for Resident Evil itself. Well, that's the reason. Well, that's one of the reasons why I like the remake. But it seems like, for me, Zero seems more interesting than the remake of Resident Evil. Yeah, and getting your attention and interesting storyline and gameplay. Great, the spiders are down here like in the storyline. God, I hate spiders. If I could clear out all the enemies and then go around in this thing, I'd probably be able to secrets on that. Because my character's still lived long enough to do it. If I could ever find a frickin' plant to get rid of that stupid poison in Billy. But it's like, where in the heck is that stupid blue plant? Ugh. Billy, you only died because the stupid game wouldn't tell me where the frickin' blue plant was so I could get the poison off you. So I could restore your stats to normal. I still need to unlock Secret B and Secret A. Yeah, hey, Silent Hero. I wish you were willing to help me unlock my secrets in my game. Well, I didn't either until I actually... Well, the whole thing is, one, Rebecca has to pick up all the green, like looking leeches, while Billy has to pick up all the blue ones, because it's set where you have to switch between them and pick that up and stuff. But after, even if you die, when you play it enough times, your death will stop eventually, because you'll know where the enemies are, where the plants are, and because everything just keeps popping up in the exact same spot they did the first time. Nothing randomly changes location, which makes it a lot easier for you to actually master this mission, because nothing will change. Because everything is constant. And once you got the idea of where all the enemies are, you'll have the proper weapons. You'll avoid also death, and also the ability to anticipate the proper distance to be from an enemy in order to kill it, and how many times to fire your gun so you don't make yourself run out of ammo too fast. Because you'll know how much damage it'll take to actually kill that enemy. Once you get that figured out, it's actually much easier to actually complete it, because that's why I eventually got farther into it. Because the more times I played it, the better I got at it and stuff. But the first thing, since there's no clock on it, the first thing would be is to actually get a handle on the controller so you could actually get the characters to move around quickly instead of feeling like they're stiff, like you're going where you just go Near. And also, before you actually start unlocking stuff, practice how to deal with the enemies and how to get around them so you don't get grabbed and eaten. Get familiar with how to get through it, find the easiest way to get through it. But the only way you're going to actually be able to get all 50 is you eventually have to better off killing all the enemies first and then going after the things that unlock the secrets, which is the green and blue leeches. Because you're going to have to leave a lot of stuff behind in order to make room in your inventory, which is almost everything. So you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. That's why it's best to go around killing all the enemies first. And it limits your space. There's only so much of the game you get to experience. You only get a small portion of the game. You get almost lesser than the Resident Evil mansion itself, almost. For how much you go. Because you're basically going through a mansion similar to Resident Evil's mansion. I mean, even the main stairs is like in the same spot. It's like right in the center of the main hall. Because you start right at and stuff. Your characters, in the door your characters are standing in front of, you're supposed to go out that door once you collect all 50 leeches. And once you do, it'll rack them up, and it'll rack them up to a point, and then it'll say everything is infinite. And you'll have all the weapons and stuff. It's just weird. I remember when the leech mode used to be unlocked where it affected all difficulties. But now they get it set up where each difficulty has its own personal leech mode. Because the leech mode used to be an individual mode that wasn't limited to a specific difficulty. But considering the way the game is, the other difficulties are not that big of a deal to even bother with. It just adds a few extra enemies and a little extra challenge, but not by much. It's only a small change. There's only some slight differences. And I think it's stupid to have everybody do the leech mode like 3 times. Leech Hunter 3 times. That's just dumb. That's why the ones on Nintendo make more sense with the GameCube and the Wii one. You only have to do the Leech Hunter thing once. And then when it says once again, you go through any difficulty. They weren't actually really thinking when they did this. And plus, costumes don't make much of an impressment thing in this game. Because the way the cutscenes are done, they're done CGI like a movie. So wearing a different outfit doesn't really make much of a difference. It's not... Yeah, but with Resident Evil, they do acknowledge the outfits to the game. The only point that they don't acknowledge it is during the cutscene when they're trying to run inside the mansion and the helicopter. Other than that, they recognize them the whole time. Zero? No. There's only a few scenes in the whole entire game they do. The game's mostly CGI, so it hardly ever recognizes it. And the ending credits aren't as good. If you look at the HD version ending credits, and then you look at the ending credits on the GameCube and Wii one, you see, wow, the GameCube and Wii one were a lot better. Because, you know why? Because they actually used the cutscenes from the game as background for the ending credits. With Zero and Resident Evil on here, they just use credits, typical movie credits, like you see at the movies, where it's just a black background and white letters rolling down the screen. All these fancy graphics and they make that kind of credits, that's just lazy. They did a better job when they did it for Nintendo. I mean, yeah, and get this. Remember how Resident Evil had multiple cutscenes in it? In the first one? On the game, well, you know, like where you could run into Rebecca in different locations with Chris. Like one where you could walk into a room and she sprays you, and sometimes you'll run into you with the piano and stuff, or you'll find her spray. Yeah, because for some reason in the HD version, they only have one set of story mode for Resident Evil 1. When, you play it on GameCube and the Wii, and you get the same cutscenes with Rebecca and Chris and Barry and Jill as you do when you play it on PlayStation 1. But yet on GameCube, they only have one set of stories. There's even two different things with the one where you need the first aid kit from Rebecca in order to save Brad or whatever his name is and stuff that got poisoned by the big giant snake. Richard, yeah, that's it. Richard, where he got poisoned by the snake. You save his life, he'll still die anyways because he gets eaten by the shark. But there's one where he helps you deal with the shark tank problem at the guardhouse, where you heal him and stuff. But I don't remember what he did on PlayStation 1, but that's what he does on the GameCube and Wii one. But and then another thing is if you don't get to him in time, he'll just say, "Here, Chris, here's my radio. Use it." And then they go, "Richard, I'm dead." But yet they don't give you multiple choices with him either. They only give you one choice. And the fact is, yeah, because you don't get the part where two different points of the game when you return to the mansion where Chris has to save Rebecca from being killed by the hunter. Like one where she sprays you in the one point and you find her at the bottom of the set of stairs, and then the other where you find her in the office. They only have one of those locations. They don't have both. The Because the fact is, in the eight on the GameCube and the Wii one of Resident Evil and Resident Evil Archives, they actually have all the different cutscenes relations with Barry and Jill and Chris and Rebecca, where the two different places you find Rebecca where she's being attacked by a hunter. One in the office and one below the stairs. That was with Nintendo and PlayStation 1. But no, in the HD one, you only get one situation and stuff. I don't remember if it was the office or below the stairs. And you don't even have that part where when Chris walks into the one room and she's like spraying you with mace and stuff. She doesn't even do that. But she does it on the Nintendo Wii and GameCube version and PlayStation 1, but on the HD ones, no. The HD ones only have one variation of the story. And plus the ending credits. If you look at the GameCube and Wii ones, you'll notice the ending credits for Zero and Resident Evil, they actually use the cutscenes from the games as the background for the credits. But no, on the HD ones, they give you the ending credits that look like something out of a movie, where it's just a black background and white letters rolling by, like when you played Resident Evil 2. Ugh, how boring. All these fancy graphics and that's all they give you. I mean, even Dragon Ball... I mean, even the Xenoverses give you a nice ending when you beat the thing. Well, it's better than what Capcom did with... I mean, for what Nintendo did for the ending, with Nintendo and Capcom did for the ending credits for Zero and Resident Evil, they are kind of worth it. I don't like movie ending credits. Ugh. Well, people don't people people don't care about the credits because half the time the credits are just a black background and white letters. But when you look at actually the remake of Resident Evil from the GameCube and watch the trailer and see the ending credits, you can see... Do you... I appreciate the ending credits because do you have any idea how... That's... I mean, if you don't appreciate the ending credits, you don't appreciate the game. Because there are a bunch of people that were involved in the game's development. That's ditching and disrespecting the developers. Most people do because most people know a lot of creators from mangas and stuff. Most people care about that. Most people actually do care about that stuff. Oh, so if you got paid a couple $1,000s to be a part of development of the game, you and stuff, and no one paid you the engineering credits with your name, wouldn't you be a little hurt about that, considering how much money you got paid? Yeah, but even if you're not a director and producer and you had a part in the making. Yeah, but still, if you got paid a couple $1,000s to be a part of the game's development, wouldn't you want people to actually see your name and remember you? Okay, okay.
0.
Well,